When did we decide that newspaper was what would line pet cages?
It was probably because there was an abundance of it. And it came every single day. And we were like, what are we supposed to do with this?
The newsies would get them for free.
I read this. What else can we do? Oh, birds can crap on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is not a formal trivia question. This is you just asking us.
Good luck if a bird poops on you.
I almost got pooped on at the park.
Well, you can't get good luck from that.
No, I don't think so. I feel lucky that it didn't happen, but I was walking our dog and normally you don't see it happen, but I was like walking and directly in my eye line, I saw just something just splatter down. And when I looked up, I saw like a crow or whatever it was.
Peed on by a bird. It hit
it
right under my.
Wait, birds have pee.
I thought they only
diarrhea?
Maybe.
I think they just fire one thing out.
Whatever it was like a clear liquid, and it made my eye sting because it hit me right under the eye.
In the eye? You got.
It's still there.
I don't know anything about bird organic fluids, but whatever it was made my eye sting, and I had to I was walking our dogs, and I had to find a way to wash it off because it just felt like pure ammonia.
Question for the audience: what was that? What was that?
It probably
AJ's
wasn't
eye. What's in my pocket?
What's in my pocket? Is it
What's
bird
in
piss?
my eye?
It's bird pee-pee.
Yeah, you'll never guess,
You'll never guess.
Can we start doing a legitimate thing where every time we record, you put a little weird secret thing in your pocket?
Actually, I do have a thing in my pocket. What is it? What is in my pocket? It's in my right pocket.
I think it's a little plastic dinosaur.
That's a great guess, but not today.
Is
it your keys?
Those are in my left pocket. That doesn't count. Those are standard.
Zach?
I'm going to go with a Uniball Impact 1.0 pen.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, let's see.
It's a tiny hand sanitizer.
Wow.
Okay. I want you to start thinking about it and getting inventive with what you put in your pocket.
Let's see if there's anything in the left pocket.
Your pocket.
I'm going to start loading up my pockets with the weirdest crap. Oh, there's parts of my label from my coffee I rolled off.
It's not
put
fun.
it in my pocket. No, not fun at all.
That's less fun.
Yeah.
Welcome to Answer For It, the comedy trivia podcast, where we ask the question, what's in our mental pockets? What's in our brains? What do we know?
Yeah.
And I'm Elise Williams. I'm your host and moderator.
Our thought pocket.
Oh, that's to the brain.
Welcome to the thought pocket.
That's a great. Let's rebrand.
Should we?
Rebrand
to Thought Pocket?
Yeah.
But it's THOT, that hoe over there with the pocket.
New audience.
I'm joined by James Williams, AJ LaCasio, and Zach Anner. The smartest people I know.
We didn't get our doctorates for nothing.
That can't be right. I know that this is the beginning of the podcast and we just got to get started, but that can't be right.
I know people she knows that are way smarter than us.
I mean, okay, prove me wrong here, okay? Or prove me right, actually.
Yeah, we're too stupid to prove you wrong.
Which car company has won the most races as a manufacturer? And now, if you like, I can give you 4 options
I don't need the options.
No,
NASCAR. It's NASCAR.
I'm going to say
answer.
Ferrari.
Okay, and you put the little spin on how you said it.
Ferrari. I say it like they say it.
Vermicelli.
So why Ferrari, though?
Wasn't that the whole premise of the film, Ford versus Ferrari? That Ferrari kept winning races? The Grand Le Mans?
Yeah.
They kept winning the Grand Le Mans.
And then freaking, what is it? Christian Bale was, he was going to win. And then the Ford guy was like, wouldn't it be nice if all the Ford cars came in together? So he had to slow down and not actually win the race.
And then at the end of the movie, he's like, and then what happened to everybody? And they were like, Christian Bale kept driving and then crashed and died. You're like, oh, okay. That's a little bow on the end of that film. Thank you.
That's what I realized about life is every happy ending is just a story that gets cut off in the middle.
Wow, that's really poignant, Zach.
I'm going to say NASCAR.
NASCAR is
McQueen.
Not a brand of car.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so you think...
Ka-chow. I win every race. Ka-chow, ka-chow.
But do you know the sponsor
of Lightning McQueen?
Lightning McQueen.
Is it some kind of...
You should know.
I feel like we should...
Hey,
Dino
I
Co.
believe that is at least in the first film.
We're going to lock it in. Dino Co.
Do you guys even know how many Piston Cups Lightning McQueen has won?
I just saw a graph of it because someone made a chart of all the winningest
How many Piston
cars.
Cups he had? Why is he peeing in so many cups?
Piston, like a
Piston
car.
Cups. It's the biggest. It's the greatest prize in the world of cars.
Did you hear what I heard?
He piston cups.
He's not. I don't think he has the most though. Didn't another car surpass him at some point?
I don't know.
I had just seen a video, which is just a timeline of all the highest winning piston cup.
And
they had
you
a
make
photo
fun
of the cars.
things I've watched.
I'm gonna say it's in the teens. I'm gonna say he had 16 piston cups.
Much less.
Much less. Okay.
I will tell you this. He holds the record for most wins in a single season. This is not related to the Piston Cups, but most wins in a single season, winning 27 races in 1952.
Lightning McQueen?
How old's Lightning McQueen?
In 1952?
1952.
Is he like
that doesn't
1,000
sound right.
years old?
No, that doesn't sound right.
What is Google AI telling me?
That's not right. That's
Using
not right.
Google AI? What kind of podcast is this?
I think they're thinking of Doc. I don't love the Cars movies.
Oh, sorry, you're all right. It's Doc. Doc holds.
You're thinking of Doc.
Paul Newman, obviously.
I embarrassed myself.
I don't like the Cars movies that much. I think they're fine.
They're fine.
But they do have the best names in any, I would say maybe any film ever, except for Mater. I don't understand. His name is Tow Mater.
Get it? Because it's like a tomato and a tow truck.
Except it's not a pun because he's not a fruit vegetable.
But I'm like a tomato.
No.
Ain't that
Tow
funny?
Mater is you picked the worst example
Get her done.
of all the other car names.
Guess how many piston cups
I don't want to talk about cars anymore.
Guess how many piston cups I won.
Ferrari.
Am I starting to piston you off?
Name all the other cars, because I think I know Mater and Lightning McQueen. That's all I know.
McQueen
Pull them up.
Mater.
Pull them up. They're all
There's
great.
Charizard.
They're both great as
Diglett.
they're both great as car punny type names, but also they all sound like legitimate, like stock car racer names.
There's Mac, Ramon, Sally,
Hold on,
Guido.
You need the whole name. We need
I don't know their whole names.
Look up the
Sally Carrera.
Look up the Piston Cup winners of the last 20 years.
You wanted this. You wanted a podcast.
Cars 3 is the funniest thing. I remember when I was watching Cars 3, they were like, Lightning, you're old. You're too old now. And I remember being like 35, being like, what?
All right, here's some of the notable winners of the Piston Cup. Slide Powers, Jack Ford. Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm getting...
Hamster Dance just opened.
I can't go to that. Never mind. We just scrap this. That website was sketchy. It gave me like a pop-up thing. We gotta move on here.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's some research for everyone at home.
I gave
an answer. I gave before I went on my Cars rants.
Which company has won the most races as a manufacturer?
What kind of car is Lightning McQueen?
He's not.
Red.
That's not how it works. I don't think they're brand. Do brands even exist? I don't think
the Cars world.
Makes and models don't exist.
I'm a Nissan.
He's custom built Piston Cup racing stock car inspired by the Chevrolet Corvette.
Yes.
But not a specific model.
Yeah. Like us in this world.
He incorporates elements from like Ford and Dodge and Porsche. Like he's all over the place.
I wish that I had a funny answer, but I really just think James is right.
Well, you're saying just races, any race, anything, any time people have tried to get across the finish line.
Would you like me to give you the 4 options that I have in the
I'm
multiple choice?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
So A, Porsche, B, Ferrari, C, Audi, D, McLaren.
It's Ferrari or McLaren, but I don't think McLaren's
been around.
They're
that
so
long,
expensive that
they may have the fastest cars, but I don't know if they have the winningest.
They don't know how to use it.
I was almost killed by a McLaren.
Oh, really?
Me and a whole group of tourists were on a tour, and there was a cliffside up in Malibu where we were driving in one. It was the weirdest thing I've ever sat in, where it was bleachers bolted into what would essentially be one of those like hay wagons that you would take for like a hay ride, but they were bleachers. And so we're along this cliffside, and a McLaren comes speeding around the corner and just barely misses us, and they slam on the brakes, and the McLaren swerves out of the way, and we're like, oh my God, that was terrible. We would have just spilled over the cliff. We started up the car and started going again. 2 more McLarens came speeding around the thing, and it was to the point where I saw the second one disappear in front of the car, and I thought, well,
it went over the cliff.
It went. No, I thought it was going under us, and we were for sure going to die. And then they sped off and around us, and I was like, because it was a completely blind curve, you couldn't see what was coming around the corner, and these jerks were just speeding. And I was like,
way to go.
I hate McLarens now.
What a way to go.
I was ready to jump off the vehicle and leave everyone behind, but they wouldn't have been so lucky.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that trauma, AJ.
It was weird. I didn't even want to be there.
I have to clarify. You were almost killed by a person driving a McLaren.
The McLaren is not at fault.
Don't bring the car.
I don't
unless this is Cars World, in which case it was.
If McLaren would like to sponsor this podcast, we welcome you with open arms.
It's
we will recast AJ if necessary.
Yeah. I'm open to that.
We could record a whole episode from inside of a McLaren. That's what I say for everything that we say as a potential sponsor now.
I don't know if just 4 people would fit inside of a
2
McLaren.
McLarens. Zach, come on. 2 McLarens. Wires running through the windows.
Got to think big.
All right. I'm still keeping my answer as Ferrari because we saw it was one of the
I'm
options.
going with NASCAR. Final answer.
Not a make of car.
She never said make.
Zach, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go with McLaren just so I can be wrong today.
Okay.
Must be nice.
You're all wrong, actually.
Porsche.
Porsche.
Wow.
Porsche have won the most races as a manufacturer with 19 since their first in 1970. Audi are second with 13 wins and Ferrari third with 11.
And where does NASCAR sit?
NASCAR is more of an idea.
What are these
Right?
races, though?
The races.
I think there's a specificity about the race.
The races.
Because you said Ferrari won 11 races.
The
I don't know what
Ferrari
that
always
means.
wins.
Well,
there's a lot of races.
James, if I may, as someone who has now hosted an episode of this podcast,
Yeah.
sometimes you just get the answer and you don't really get all the contexts.
I see.
And you know, it would take more research to actually answer the follow-up
You
question.
do what you can, you know?
All right.
And that's all you can do.
All right. Okay.
The modern day sandwich was inadvertently invented in the late 18th century by John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, who requested roast beef between 2 slices of bread that would allow him to eat with one hand so he wouldn't have to stop doing what he was doing with the other. So this guy, John Montagu, 4th Earl of Sandwich, he was like, I'm doing something. I'm so focused on it. I don't want to be pulled away to eat. So he asked his servants, just put the meat between the bread.
Yeah.
I'll eat it like this because I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing. What was he doing?
Beating his servants.
More roast beef.
I would like to not stop punishing all of you. Put it between bread, please.
There's a very lowbrow, funny answer
Yes,
that I
there
will
is.
not say.
We will skip
because
it.
I
we've
think it
all
was
thought of
implied in the question.
It was implied in the question, so I won't say.
Robin's arrow in twine. Is that what you're going to say?
that's not- that's
He
not
was
what I was
shooting a
gonna
bow and
say.
arrow to split Robin.
Given
You
high
can't do that with
fives.
one hand. Come on,
High
guys.
fives
Yeah.
to his friends.
I think he was signing documents.
Oh.
I think he was applying, or no, wax seal. He was stamping his seal using his ring singlet.
I do think there's something to signing or writing feels like the correct answer.
Yeah, he was
but-
working and he refused to stop working.
Yeah.
He's like, this region is not going to sandwich itself.
Was this a good person, we think? Was
I
he
don't
a
know
nice
anything
person or a
about
mean
him.
person? That's why I went with
I just know that I owe a debt to this man.
Was the region that he supervised, was it squished between 2 other regions?
Yeah.
You think he saw something out there in the world and the environment and it inspired the sandwich?
And they're going to subjugate me from above and below. I too will subjugate my roast beef.
I am the roast beef of this country.
She's constantly sealing things with wax to maintain alliances.
Think of like every child you know right now, your friends' kids or your nieces and nephews who like they are playing video games and they don't want to stop playing video games.
He was on his iPad.
Yeah.
Yep. Angry Bird.
I was going to say he was drawing pictures of birds he liked.
Oh, okay.
That's really nice.
Birdman.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, is that a robin? Better draw that.
Yeah.
Maybe I can eat a little. I'm getting a little peckish from drawing all these birds.
Sir, but if only you were to stop the drawing, you could go outside and look upon the birds.
No.
Bring me more meat.
What a funny thing to think. Whatever he was doing that he deemed so important, he couldn't stop.
The productivity thing.
But like the thing that he's now famous for was the thing as he did as a side thing.
Well, I also want to say 90% of this stuff is lies. There's
true.
no
Someone else invented it.
Someone, he started eating it or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, you really like that?" And he's like, "Yes." And then he's like, "Oh, wait, you can just say anything you want to in this time, and if people tell it enough, it'll be the truth." And he goes, "I'm such a hard worker that I eat. It's because I do it because of this or whatever."
Well,
So-
there's a restaurant, Earl of Sandwich,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Downtown Disney.
They even say in 1762, they pin it down to the exact year that he
What?
invented the sandwich.
Ain't no way that's true.
No, that's not true.
How do you know?
People are always sticking things in other things. That had to be.
Oh,
Does
Well,
the
what
PETA
about PETA?
predate?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
say
must
PETA in
predate.
general. Like,
Zach's right. Like it is intuitive to the human experience to stick things in other things.
that is,
That's who we
I
are.
agree. I do agree
Especially
with
some
So-
roasted beef.
that. Mm-hmm. Roasted beef.
Think of like you could eat the sandwich with one hand, do something else with the other hand.
I can't think of anything. I'm drawing a blank here.
Sword fight.
Drawing.
Badminton.
Sword fight. Oh, because he.
Yeah, it could just fence with one because he was so good.
He was called to a lot of duels.
Yeah.
Yep, a lot of duels.
He had to protect the sandwich area with a single sword. He was a knight. I like that.
What was the Earl of Sandwich's perspective on sauce? Would he get a big saucy sandwich, or would it
Like a sexy sandwich?
No, like a saucy sandwich, or would it be a big? I always hate it when the sandwich is too big for my mouth, and I'm wondering like how much this practicality went in. Like, was it a tiny like dainty finger sandwich, or was it a big holy
A big sandwich. And he goes, make it Mike's way.
I shouldn't have asked this question because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. Me
Yeah,
too.
we're going to eat after this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am imagining since it was their first go, it was probably enormous. They probably had like a giant, like we're picturing roast beef, like the thin layers you'd get it like when you go to a deli.
Yeah.
It was probably like half.
It had hooves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sire, it's never been done. I don't care.
I don't care, my God, anyway. I have treatise to sign.
I'm going to say signing documents
Thank
is really
you.
solid.
Okay.
Yeah. Writing poetry.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
It was
too.
not something related to work.
Oh.
Oh, then poetry. Ooh, if only this beef could be between bread, he said.
He was a gambler.
What?
He didn't want to leave the gambling
Whoa.
table and stop playing cards. So he can hold his cards with his right hand.
Okay, he can't remember what hand, couple things. Is he one of those people constantly checking?
But it's like those back in those days, didn't they just have cards with like shapes on them? You can't remember that?
We still do use those.
I would also say, well, you don't want to get up from the table and have to go eat. You don't want to have to stop playing. But also, if I was playing cards with someone who was eating a sandwich, who knows if their servant makes them a sandwich and then slips like a card in between the beef
Maybe
and the
that's-
bread, you know, and then they're cheesing that to cheat.
If you're playing cards in this time period, obviously he was an earl, but would it be uncouth to be like 2 pair, 7s and me's?
Oh, because he's.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Like the king
Is
or
that
something.
way?
There's no.
but there's no Earl card.
There's no Earl card.
No one listens to me when I talk. I said I know he's an earl, but in this time period,
Yes, yeah.
guys, come on.
I mean, it's a great joke, but let's save it for when there's a king
Well, I'm
question.
not going to
about
wait for
king
this to come
playing
back
cards.
around. It's never
Let's
going to
save
happen.
it. Let's save it.
No, it's never going to happen. I'm using it now. My answer is 2 pair, 7s and me's. Next question.
In Marvel Comics, Ben Reilly is a genetic clone of Peter Parker, the superhero Spider-Man. Which of these is not an identity or mantle assumed at some point by Ben Reilly? Do you guys know who Ben Reilly
I
was?
do.
I do.
Yes, seriously.
No.
His clone.
I know at least one of these.
Yeah.
So here are the 4 options. A, Jackal. B, Chasm. C, Scarlet Spider. Or D, Terror.
I know Scarlet Spider is his.
I know Chasm is his.
Oh, okay. So we're down to Terror and Jackal.
Zach, who do you know that Ben Reilly?
I've never read a comic book in my.
He doesn't know how. He can only read words. He can't see pictures.
They need to be the letters need to be straight.
Oh, they're too
for me to
wobbly.
Yeah, too wobbly.
Comic Sans or whatever's too wobbly for you.
Yeah.
I get that. That's a real problem.
I'm gonna go with Terror.
Terror is so stupid. It feels like it could be real. Whereas Jackal sounds right. Like,
well, I'm trying to think of his
What do we know about him?
vibes.
He's a clone of Peter Parker.
He's a clone, and like he mostly like Chasm is.
I don't know anything about Chasm.
I know Chasm.
Scarlet Spidey's the one with the.
It's like in the red suit.
He has like a
Yeah.
cutoff shirt, right? That's on top of his like regular suit. It's a red suit with like a blue cutoff.
Yeah.
My
Not Spider-Man
Spider-Man lore is a little
2099,
dusty.
but yeah,
No,
he's the
yeah,
one
yeah.
with the spiky.
Apparently, Ben Reilly has died a ton.
Yeah, I'd think so.
Yeah.
Died a ton and come back.
That happens to everyone in the Spider-Verse.
But
Is-
he's
Terror, I don't
kind of got a
know.
reputation for being a character who's died a lot.
Terror doesn't ring a bell.
Terror doesn't sound right. Jackal sounds like a genre Spider-Man clone wouldn't have to me personally. It's a different animal,
Yeah.
right? Why would you embrace a different animal? So that makes me think that that's the fake one.
Jackal sounds like something you'd make up or would find, whereas Terror sounds so dumb that I feel like it must be real.
It must be real. I am terror, and I can see it on the last page of the
Giant
comic.
page,
And it's
yeah.
a different font. Yeah.
I would say Jackal because that seems non-spider. You're right, non-spider related. Sorry,
I'm going
Zach.
with AJ, also Jackal.
I don't care.
Okay, Zach
Jackal?
doesn't-
It's a jackal.
Let's go with Jackal.
You are correct that Scarlet Spider was an identity
Uh-oh.
assumed by Ben. Chasm as well, an
Oh,
identity.
okay, good.
Jackal was actually who created the genetic clone of Ben Reilly. Jackal
go.
was Miles Warren, a supervillain.
Oh.
And so he made the-
He
and then-
snatched that DNA?
Terror is actually a lesser known anti-hero who's an eternal entity that absorbs the talents of others through their dismembered limbs. So if somebody like loses an arm, Tara's like, give me that arm.
Wow. Do you get the talents of that arm? Like if you took Jimi Hendrix's arm, you'd be like, I can play guitar
I can play
now.
left-handed.
Or you take the Earl of Sandwich.
Can you have multiple? You can have multiple arms. Like you can have like 20 arms.
You get the power of the arm.
I don't know if he takes the talent of the limb or he takes like the person's overall talents.
Oh, he doesn't take like the physical limb. Like he doesn't just have a body where random arms are stuck.
No, you absorb the arm and then you get the talent of the arm.
So he could have the Duke of Earl's talent for eating sandwiches.
Earl of Sandwich.
Earl of Sandwich.
Like,
He's like an Elden Ring boss. Or he just tacks an arm on and suddenly it's like, I am Baladia. Huh. So we were right.
We
did
nailed
it.
Well, no, you weren't.
No, we were right. Jackal.
Jackal.
No,
But
You said that was the person
no.
that invented Ben Riley.
I said, which of these is not an identity or mantle assumed at some point by Ben Riley?
But
Okay. So he did assume the Jackal identity.
Yes, he
okay.
did.
Oh.
At a
The
certain
way
point.
you explained it, I thought you were saying. that Jackal
No.
invented him, but he
And
was
so
never
I
Jackal.
was
That's
right.
how I heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zach and not
So
caring
Terror-
and thinking this
Okay.
like
He was
doesn't
never
matter was
Terror,
correct.
But Terror was a different villain.
Terror was a different
Okay,
villain.
got it.
Okay.
And Jackal did create Ben Riley, but then at some point Ben Riley assumed that
That's the part I
mantle
missed.
later.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't. You're right. I didn't clarify that
Oh,
enough.
look at us. We get to be right about something, even if we're wrong.
Yeah, we had to be way wrong to even claim for the rightness. So I think it cancels
with
out. I'll take it.
I'll take anything I can get.
It's a draw.
The word muscle originates from the Latin word musculus, which translates to little mouse. Why?
Oh, little mouse.
Musculus?
mouse.
To muscle means, and it's little mouse.
James is full of little mice.
This
then.
is not, I don't think this is right, but my first reaction would be that the shape of a mouse really, like a mouse and its tail feels like how tendons attached to bone and then you have a muscle belly. Like just looking at the shape of a mouse, you could see some person when they're just trying to come up with words say like, that looks like that. That's that thing. And you got a mouse in your arm.
Looks like that musculus.
Looks like you got a mouse in your arm.
I think you're wrong. I think there was a guy that they used to pick on who was real skinny named Little Mouse. They'd be like, hey, a little mouse is so thin, it's so sad. And then Little Mouse worked out a bunch and they go, oh, Little Mouse, you are full of little mice. And so they named muscles. We don't have a word for what this is. We have to come up with something. We name it after you, Little Mouse.
And then when all of his enemies were asleep, little mouse slaughtered them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cold blood.
Crushed their bones with his massive mice. Yeah. That's final answer.
I don't even know what the answer is.
Obviously, that's correct.
A man named Little Mouse?
Man named Little Mouse.
Zach?
I was going to say it's because muscles twitch like mice running all over your body.
Ugh.
Ugh.
What a terrible image you just
I'm
painted.
listening. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Because we're all living in nightmares.
And they're like, oh, I don't know what's going on underneath my body. Maybe there's mice in there controlling everything like a prehistoric Ratatouille situation.
You know, like sometimes in a movie when a supervillain will have somebody captured and to torture or kill them, they'll have like a really hungry rat.
Oh,
and then they'll spread like peanut butter on their tummy
They
or
did this
something.
in Game of Thrones, where which is probably the thing that scared me the most.
They heat the bucket, and then the rat tries to get away from
its way out.
And then it's also go, like eat the peanut butter through the tummy or whatever.
I don't think peanut butter was ever involved.
Because peanut butter gets them to chew the tummy.
You're saying very
we got to
hungry
explain it a little bit more. So because we kind of half explained it there. So the torturer will like heat the bucket that covers the stomach that the rat's trapped under. So the rat has nowhere to go but chew through the person's stomach. But what I'm saying is you put a little peanut butter on there.
Mm-hmm.
Make it nice for everyone.
Make it nice for the rat.
You're moisturized.
The rat goes, that was delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm full. No need to go further.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to keep going.
So I'm surprised that none of you thought that this was like about a tiny little mouse hero of legend who...
That's what I just said.
No, you said like a man named Mouse.
Yeah, Little Mouse. He became a hero.
No.
He's a little mouse. He's a hero.
This is revisionist history.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not what you
That's
described.
what I meant.
You did not
I'm a
do a
little
mouse
mouse.
accent.
No, I'm saying a tiny mouse with a courageous heart.
But okay. I mean, that's what I meant. But he's a man.
I like that we do all agree that muscles convey strength, though, here.
And mice.
And mice.
No, but I'm saying, like, because you're like, even though this mouse is small, it's important and brave and strong, like people with muscles.
Well, I don't know if I agree.
Carrot Top has muscles. Do we also think he's like this fabled character, Little Mouse?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why are you unsure, Zach?
I just don't think muscles do convey strength. I think, as we've all established, James is a secret weakling who hides behind his muscles.
Yeah.
What does that mean? If it weren't for your muscles, you'd be so weak, James.
I'm just saying,
Emotionally.
Yeah, you're emotionally weak. I feel like I could poke your buttons and just destroy you. And like,
put on Brave Little Toaster. Let's test you.
What if I just said I think wrestling is fake? What if I said that?
You wouldn't be technically wrong. It is predetermined.
James.
But to describe it as fake it makes you seem uneducated or whatever.
Oh man,
but
did you see how Zach just got under his skin right now?
Did you see that?
Got him, riled him up.
it's fine.
Riled him
I'm
up.
fine.
He broke
James,
kayfabe.
calm down, James.
I'm totally calm. I don't understand what you're talking about.
What a weakling. Look, you got right
got
through
him
him.
back.
Got right through him. I say we put on the Brave Little Toaster and see what a real man is.
I don't think I would cry watching that movie.
You just feel upset.
Yeah, it's more like nauseating
Yeah,
than anything.
that's a good way to describe
when
it.
the air conditioner blows his top, then you're just like, oh, that sucks for you.
Land Before Time.
Oh, the song about all the cars getting crushed is probably the lowest point of that movie.
I remember that movie in the way that like where Tommy Pickles is sick
Oh
in
my
that
God.
one episode, and it's just a fucking horrible fever dream.
Oh my God. What was happening where people were like, you know what? People are really liking this Rugrats show. It's about a bunch of kids and it's fun. And they go, we should do one where he has a psychotic episode because he's almost dying from the flu. That'd be a fun episode, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Anytime.
It's good. Well, what if one of the characters is also Moon?
Yeah. That episode, because as a kid, I would get really high fever, so I'd hallucinate. So I hated that episode when it would
terrible.
pop up.
It's for nobody.
Anyway, but that's what all of Brave Little Toaster feels like to me, is that sort of like grotesque, almost Anyway. The answer was
chasm.
Chasm.
The answer is that ancient Romans believed that the shape and movement of some muscles, particularly the biceps, resembled the form of a small mouse moving under the skin.
Literally what they did.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
But-
that's exactly what I said. Little Mouse, the hero of Rome.
But I'm the one who said it.
That's not true.
Go back
Now
to
I'm
sleep.
getting pissed off,
Go
Zach.
back to sleep.
Now I'm pissed.
I'm just here to tell you what the answer is. Whether you feel validated and right is up
I
to you.
said literally it's the shape of a muscle.
But I said the movement.
You said it feels like rats crawling over your body. That's not what that was.
Okay, you're all getting hungry and heated because I didn't say that any of you were wrong. I just told you.
I'm arguing with Zach, not with you. I'm arguing with Zach because he's trying to
I feel
take
right,
credit,
so
but
I'm just
he
gonna
was
let it.
wrong.
I think I was right.
Let us know in the comments whether or not you think wrestling's fake.
I challenge you. Let's settle this in the ring, James.
Oh, is this the setup?
We should.
mice match.
We'll do it. We'll have a match.
this Thursday.
Zach has been dunking on James's muscles, but Zach himself was on a show called Buff Buddies.
That's true.
That was fitness
What's
focused,
Buff
correct?
Buddies?
It was a workout show where we didn't really work out at all.
Our Rooster Teeth budget was used to train 3 of you, right? Free personal trainers
Yes.
for a handful of weeks. So that way they can make a show about it.
And we never went
Right.
because we had to go to a specific gym that was like an hour away, and Josh would never pick me up, and I didn't have any way to get there. So, and at the end of it,
Let's measure your progress.
at the end of it, I did version of D'Angelo's "How Does It Feel" video.
I remember
That's
that.
right.
me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that.
I don't know
Wow.
anything about what you're talking about. What's the next question? I can't wait. I'm so excited.
This actor wanted to be in the Star Wars franchise so much that they went on the British talk show TFI Friday and expressed their desire to be in the films. This made its way to George Lucas, who was won over and cast this actor in the prequels. Who was it?
It was me.
You were in the prequels? Who were you?
I was Glubben DeBobo.
Is that one of like Jar Jar Binks's family?
No, it's just Glubben DeBobo. He just
Glubben
hanging
DeBobo?
out. Glubben DeBobo.
Glubben DeBobo was a Jedi, or
Glubben DeBobo. Love being in the club though.
so he
Always up in the Glubben.
That's what he danced to. The dubstep of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where
What was the
dubstep came from.
crafty like on that set?
It's probably fantastic. Probably amazing.
What do you mean probably?
I mean,
You were Glub and DeBobo.
I was Glub and DeBobo. Yeah, I was there. I was 11 years old, and it was the best time of my life. I played a little alien, Anakin's friend, Glub and DeBobo.
Any on-set romances, maybe with a Natalie DeBobo? Can you talk about it? Can you talk about it?
I was 11, so I was.
Hey, it didn't stop the storyline romance.
He was the chosen one. It was different.
That's fair.
Glub and DeBobo to the club would go. And did he play a part in the bigger story, saving the galaxy, or like the fall of Darth Vader?
He drew the Death Star plans. He didn't write them or like do anything special. He just was hired to like on Fiverr, but the space version.
Is that what they actually? Those are the plans that they stole in Rogue One. Was this his like crayon drawings of?
Yeah, it's a napkin sketch.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It was rough, but it did the job obviously, and Glubbin was there to save the day.
I'm more fixated on the name of the show, TFI Friday.
Me too.
That's all I've been thinking about. What you guys been doing your Glovin?
Thank Friday. It's Friday. Is that what it stands for?
I think it's Thank F. It's
Thank
Friday.
Fudge, it's Friday.
Yeah, that's what in my head. That's it's way more intense.
But they're English, so a lot of people in the UK will listen to this show, and I love that they do.
Yeah.
And so
Can you
guys tell us in the
for?
YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Was there a year? Sorry, was there a year that you said this happened?
Well, it's the prequels. They were cast in the prequels.
They were cast in the prequels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This actor was cast in the prequels because they were on this talk show.
Yeah.
And talked about how they wanted to be in Star Wars. And George Lucas saw it and said, "You're in."
Who's powerful enough? I'm going to say Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson is a good
If he
answer,
says, I want to be in this, and you're George Lucas, you go, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or it's Jimmy Smits, because I always thought he stood out as a very modern person in that movie.
Calling the show "Thank Fuck It's Friday," and they were like, "Sam, that's not the name of the show."
I think it's Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, he wanted to be. He was.
He said, "Listen, I'll move the stars in the heavens if you get me in that prequel franchise."
I mean, who were the notable people in known actors?
Liam Neeson,
but it had to be in the.
Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, Sam Jackson.
But we're not. I'm assuming
Ray Park.
Yes, I'm assuming this would have been the second and third movie, right?
Christopher Lee. It's probably Christopher Lee.
Oh, that's
because he's like got the clout. It's either Sam. I feel like Sam Jackson or Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee is British,
I'm
so
gonna
that
do
would make more sense.
Christopher Lee.
I come to you now. I think fuck it's Friday.
Yeah, I like the idea of him walking up, and saying that.
To humbly request.
Yeah, I wish to play Glubbin de Bobo.
He's already, and then George is like, he's already cast.
That's not how Glubbin would sound if he was stabbed in the back.
Which he is many times.
Zach, what was you gestured?
What you thinking?
I'm going Sam Jackson. Final answer. He was just playing fast and loose with Star Wars, picking his own lightsaber color, demanding that he be, a Jedi. And George Lucas was like, "Yeah, I loved you in The Negotiator."
Great movie.
It's a good movie.
Sam Jackson's the kind of person that can declare, "I want this." Whereas if Christopher Lee's more so, I, George Lucas, love Christopher Lee, so I want him. It feels like that's more of a reverse thing.
But I also feel like Sam Jackson has had such great project choices, like a great team, I assume, that helps him get roles, and he's just been relevant forever. Whereas like Christopher Lee, not that he's ever been irrelevant, has kind of like popped up in things, and him popping up in Star Wars maybe seems, I'm just going to, just for the sake of us having diverse answers, I'm going to say Christopher Lee.
I think there's a dignity to Christopher Lee that he would never lower himself on a talk show to ask for a role. You don't ask if you're Christopher Lee.
Please, George, please.
You let them come to you.
I don't know. He seems humble. Remember that one interview where they called him like he's the king of horror, and he was like, "I am not. That I've done horror, but I'm not the king. There's much." Vincent Price, he starts listing off other people that are more deserving.
It sounds
of the
like
title.
that's not a humble thing. More so, please don't label me as that. I want to be known for my other performances.
I think he's great. Despite
Jimmy
what you're
Smits.
saying, I think he's great.
He felt like it was all beneath him.
Yeah.
So it was the opposite.
Jimmy Smits, final answer.
Jimmy
Smits.
Okay, hey.
He feels like a
great
weird
answer.
choice. Weirdly, I know that's a weird thing to say,
No,
but like
but-
Jimmy Smits stands out to me as like whenever I've watched the prequels, which is many times, he always feels like a strange cast because I don't know, like where did he come from?
He was
What is
on
he known
NYPD Blue, is that right? Like
He's-
NYPD Blue was the big show that he was on, and then
Yeah,
have no
right?
idea.
I think so.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
And
Jimmy
Sipowicz.
Smith's final answer. Peter
Yeah.
Serafinowicz.
correct answer is Samuel L. Jackson.
There it is.
He
If only
put it-
I'd said that.
Put it out there into the universe.
Good
and
job, Zach.
You got to say
Good
it.
job.
Say it
Well,
out.
you said it first.
No, I went with Jimmy Smits.
From the beginning. he's
From
been
the
saying
beginning,
Jimmy
I said
Smith.
Jimmy Smits, he feels like a modern TV guy. I guess that's what it's hard to like. Every time he pops up, I was like, that guy's different than the rest of these actors. Not in a bad way, just a different kind of actor.
Yeah. Where did you come from? How did you get here? Who let you in?
Weren't NSYNC also?
Yes. They were going to, because it was George Lucas's daughter's favorite band. So they were going to be in it. And I think they filmed something and then it was cut.
Wow.
Or they just never got, I'm pretty sure there's concept art. Yeah, like cameos.
Yeah. Have them run around in Attack of the Clones.
I mean, I think
run
that's
around
literally
in the gladiatorial arena somewhere or whatever. Well, Natalie Portman destroys her crotch by jumping down onto that creature.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
a high jump.
Final question here. Let's bring it home big. In the 1990s, Ethan Zuckerman invented something that has now become incredibly hated. He even published an apology in The Atlantic back in 2014, writing, "I'm sorry, our intentions were good." What did Ethan Zuckerman invent?
I think Clippy. I think Clippy.
The lovable Microsoft paperclip.
Nobody loves Clippy.
Excuse me.
I see you're writing a
with
book.
AI now being permeating in everything. If Clippy came back, I'd be like, oh, thank you, Clippy.
No, this is a performance. You're performing. It's Clippy. I know it.
I know. I can see it in those eyes.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
AJ's getting hungry and his paranoia is just growing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't trust you. Werewolf.
Are you calling her
is that
a
our
werewolf?
Code word or something? Or safe word? I don't know.
No, you're a werewolf as well. I just wanted to lump that in there.
What was your character's name? Bobo or whatever?
Bobo. I don't know.
You already forgot.
I already forgot my Star Wars character's
Shlobo
name.
Shlobo to Blobo?
It's been 30 years since I've acted in that. Clippy. Final answer.
I think it's the coffee things that people use in the coffee makers, the pods in the coffee makers.
They're
Would anyone
so bad for the environment.
Be able to circle back to the original creator of that and be like, you, Kyle Houston? What was his name?
Patented it.
Yeah,
Ethan Zuckerman.
Ethan Zuckerman. He sounds like a real Clippy person.
Years ago, I was on a plane with a guy who said he was an inventor. He was the inventor of the magic eraser.
Oh.
And he said that he was pitching Keurig on degradable K-cups made out of sugar cane. And then I never heard anything
Real
about
quick, was this Mr. Clean?
He
was wearing a tight white shirt. He was bald.
He was
a cartoon.
He was not a bald man, but he did, I feel...
Was he strong?
Have an invention on the plane that he was trying to use.
That's interesting.
Trying to use on the plane for the first time? Let me just try this out, like Doc Ock.
I think there was
this is a radar scrambler.
I may be conflating flights here.
Okay.
No, this is all
one
happening.
flight that I took, there was definitely a man who had an inflatable pillow that he brought onto the plane, and it hooked up to the seat in front of him, and then he put his face into the inflatable pillow. He asked the flight attendant, "Hey, would you pay $20 for this?" And she was like, "Probably not." He's like, ugh.
But they do sell those, though. They sell those slings that you put on the back of a chair, and then you just hang your head in it like a hammock.
This was like like that, but before those were around, and this was something that you had to blow up once you got onto the plane.
Well,
we've yet to figure that out. I've looked at so many plane pillows because my thing is I just fall asleep, or I try to when I go on a plane. But the only solution I found is I wear a sweatshirt and a jacket. I ball it up and fall asleep against the wall, and that is the only way I go. I've tried all the different neck pillows. I got a stupid thing that is a hoodie where you can inflate the hood. Disastrous. Also, the most uncomfortable hoodie I've ever worn.
This guy probably could have sold you this thing.
No, because I've seen those and they're dumb as hell. Where you like stick your whole head in like a.
Oh yeah. I like the one where you can put your hands in too in case you want to watch something.
I've seen people use those, and I guess I've only seen it once, where it's like a whole little cat tree for your body that you stick your head in.
Yeah,
and it is ugly.
To give you a clue, it's something that exists on the internet.
Yeah, Clippy. Sorry, I invented Clippy the internet.
I don't care for the way you're talking about Clippy, because I think now we can look back and appreciate what we had with Clippy.
Clippy probably knew more about what he was talking about than AI does now. What would it say about the Piston Cup earlier? It didn't know what it was talking about.
I'm going to take a hint from what actually happened to Elise today.
Okay.
And say a pop-up ad.
Oh.
The pop-up ad.
Oh, a pop-up ad, huh?
Something related to the internet. How do you invent pop-up ads? Oh, that's evil. Sorry about that.
Did he create the "You've got mail"? Is that his voice?
That's universally beloved.
Yeah, I love
Is
that
it?
sound. I would be like, I got mail. What's it from? Oh, StarWars.com. I got to check out the new trailer.
Just want to interject here and say Clippy, his history is so sad. When Microsoft turned off the feature in Office XP, they created this now defunct website, officeclippy.com, where they put these flash cartoons of a newly unemployed Clippy and then a song sung by him. They just like cast him away.
Why would they do that? They were like, anyway, goodbye.
How do we get the song?
They did this in 2001. They did this Office XP launch event in New York City where they had a guy dressed in a Clippy mascot costume, and then he gave a speech begging for his job back before he was dragged off stage by a comically large magnet. And he was voiced by Gilbert Gottfried during that campaign. Like, so sad. Also, his original name wasn't Clippy. It's Clip It, technically.
I mean, history has been kind to Clippy, but I do remember when I was actually experiencing
he was the worst.
Clippy, he was the worst.
Yeah.
I got a new one that's very similar to Clippy. Bonzi Buddy. Does anyone remember Bonzi Buddy?
No.
The purple monkey that would go, hello, how are you today?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you like to hear a joke? Ha 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 ha. What is 2 + 2? Ha ha ha. It was this awful. One of my friends was like, there's this amazing thing. It's a purple monkey that you could download that lives on your computer. And as someone who liked the concept of having like a pet or like a Pokemon, I was like, what? It lives on my computer? And it turned out to be malware. We all know now, but it would just pop up at the worst times. Like, hello, how are you? and it would scare the bejesus out of me because it would always be like, I'd leave my computer running as one does, and also hear, would you like to hear a joke? And it would be like 1 a.m. Terrifying. Did not like him at all. Bonzi Buddy, final answer.
Well, he and Clippy are somewhere in the internet graveyard now.
He was evil though, straight up.
Zach was right.
What is it? Pop-up ads?
Pop-up ads.
Wow.
Technically, Bonzi Buddy is a endless pop-up ad.
Invented by Ethan Zuckerman, and he explained in an essay that he wrote for The Atlantic, at the end of the day, the business model that got us funded was advertising. The model that got us acquired was analyzing users' personal homepages so we could better target ads to them. Along the way, we ended up creating one of the most hated tools in the advertiser's toolkit, the pop-up ad. But then he went on to say that originally it was created, it was a way to put an ad on a user's page without it being directly put on the page, really. The ad would pop up, but advertisers wouldn't have to worry that there was like this direct connection between that ad and their page's content because it's like popping up in its own window, right? So you're not going to think like, oh, if there's something salacious on this page or inappropriate, we're endorsing that.
It's not a reflection of the Mrs. Fields website. That you're on.
It kind of originally came up
Very
because
specific website.
There was a major car company that started freaking out because they'd bought a banner ad on a page that was about like anal sex.
Mm-hmm.
So this car company was like, oh my God. So then he wrote this code that would launch a window that would run the ad in it. So it wouldn't be like on the page.
Interesting.
So
yeah, because it isn't technically in the page. It's like, oh, something else happened there.
Yeah. So the intentions were good.
Yeah.
Don't blame Ethan.
Oh, well.
No, I'm going to blame Ethan, actually. Sorry, Ethan, but you invented something evil. He was on the Manhattan Project as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, lesser known fact.
Oh, well.
There were all kinds of Microsoft assistants that are...
I do remember you could change the character.
There was the Genius, which was an Albert Einstein caricature, Hoverbot, the Dot, which was this smiley-faced red ball, Mother Nature, a globe, Power Pup, a superhero dog, Will, a caricature of William Spitz. There were all kinds.
I remember the Einstein.
What is it now? Because I had Cortana.
Copilot?
But like, do they have a Ninja Cat? Is that the mascot of...
I have no idea. This is a great trivia question.
Yeah, what's the current?
Master
we're all
Chief.
playing trivia.
It's Master Chief.
Master Chief
Gotta be,
helps
right?
you with your documents.
Cortana was.
I see
one.
you're getting divorced.
But
you're writing a prenup.
Wow.
That's answer for it.
That was it.
Just real quick. Rust Ease was Lightning McQueen's sponsor, not
it wasn't Dinoco?
And here's
thought it was Dinoco as well.
I also thought it was Dinoco. I mean, Dinoco does have a lot of wins across the Piston Cup. But Strip Weathers is a great name.
Oh, that is really good.
Weathers?
Eugene Karberiski is a great one. Not so great. Don Chapkar and Bill Race a lot. Clint Shiftwright is another great one. Also, Dale Earnhardt is a car.
Just a car.
And Mario Andretti are both cars in the Cars universe.
Amazing.
The one thing I want to leave it with is even though the third Cars film, Cars 3, takes place in 2017, we still have a listing of Piston Cup winners through 2024. Our most recent winner, Paul Conrev, by sponsored by Bumper Save.
Who's writing these?
So I don't know. That's what I thought was funny. I was like, why does it go to
allowed
2024?
to canonically say this?
Someone's in charge of figuring out the Piston Cup
Wow.
winners every single
That's
year.
a hell of a thing.
That's great. I love
So
that.
we're due for a new Cars film.
Yeah. Someone's going to take on, what did you call him?
It's riding on without us. Paul Conrev.
Paul Ponrev.
Yeah.
Just flows right off
That's
the
great.
tongue.
I know there's someone screaming this whole episode, Rust Ease. Rust Ease was his sponsor, but I just want to make sure that we clarified it so we don't have to do it in the comments. But if you want to leave a comment, do so in the videos.
And also in the last episode that I hosted, 92 Oscars was correct.
The astronomical number that we
my
thought was
gosh.
impossible
That is
was
insane.
actually
That's
correct.
wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow. Look at us. A trivia show where we get things wrong.
Thank you so much to everyone who is following us and leaving reviews. We have new episodes every single Tuesday.
Mhm.
And we love to hear your feedback. We love that you guys are making your own like callbacks and references, especially in the YouTube comments. And make sure that you check out and possibly pre-order AJ's book,
Oh, yeah.
his Spoops book.
My
You can
Spoops book.
find that on Barnes & Noble,
Barnes
Amazon.
and Noble. There's also the, what is it, bookshop.com or something where you can order from a local
IndieBound?
bookstore. Is IndieBound a thing? And I don't know what that is, but hey, anywhere you can order books, you can get Spoops, The Little Spirits of Halloween, a children's book with spooky pictures.
And follow at Answer For It Show on social media, specifically Instagram, to hear more information about upcoming live shows that James hosts and produces.
Yeah, it's more like a game show than this is way more conversational, but it's more like a game show. But we love to do stuff live. And so if you want to find out when we're going to be live somewhere, potentially near you, then follow the Instagram. Best place to find out until we get an email list.
I do want one where a little clippy pops up
No.
in the email that
Well,
you
pop
get.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop up for Rusties.
Pop up. Oh my gosh, we should make a character named Papa Pop Up.
We should
Yeah.
start.
Close me.
How do we get to be a pop-up ad?
We could probably figure that out.
Ooh.
I don't know if anyone will see us anymore because people don't go to websites. But either way, thank you so much. We don't want to bother you with this show. So
No, we do.
Yeah.
Well, we already listened.
We
You're
don't
already
wanna bother
listening.
you. This is all we got going. It's all we got going. And if it doesn't succeed, we all die.
If you want us to bother you less, share it with a friend. Leave a good review. Let us know what you think.
Stay on your toes because Papa Pop Up could pop up at any time.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop.